Well, it was between Roth and Shyamalan, and even though Eli Roth had the bigger fuck-up, I go with the majority. Fucking Trap. Yeah, I hate to say it, but while Trap is a serviceable Shyamalan offering, it's not one of his best movies, and it probably could have been. Keep in mind, I'm actually somebody who liked the big twist in Glass. Old was kind of so stupid it's good. I've yet to see Knock at the Cabin, but Trap is his weakest offering in some time. Josh Hartnett plays supposed loving father to his daughter Riley, played by Ariel Donoghue, and while attending a pop concert to fictional star Lady Raven, incidentally played by Shyamalan's daughter, who was really a pop star, not quite as good in the acting department, but that's neither here nor there, it becomes clear things are not what they seem, as Cooper notices a heavy police presence, and it leads into a tense tale of mystery and shock, but not exactly how you think. The approach to this movie is quite different from most Shyamalan offerings. That becomes clear quite early on, and that is a good thing given what you'd expect, but it's the execution that kind of falters. I'm not calling this a bad movie, but it's by no means great. We're gonna get into why that is, but the opening is pretty decent. Most Shyamalan movies tend to be that way, setting the appropriate mood, and you have no issue believing it's a normal father and daughter attending a pop concert.
Wait! I gotta tie my shoe.
No, dad jokes, this is serious.
However, it's made apparent pretty quickly that there is a police presence, and while you might not think anything of that, you're given a relatively undeniable hint that Cooper is not who he seems. That being footage on his phone of somebody chained to a pole, and he's envisioning an imaginary woman, the FBI, showing up. It's not that hard to comprehend what's going on. Fact is, there's a killer on the loose known as the Butcher. Obviously, Cooper is the Butcher, and letting us know this immediately is a different take on it, but the logic is where it falls apart. He asks an employee, Jamie, what's going on, mainly being all the police, and with no argument whatsoever, he tells him about them somehow knowing the Butcher will be there, and that the whole thing is a trap.
That's fucking stupid!
Okay, first off, why does this random-ass employee know this? The Butcher has done some pretty horrible things. You'd think they wouldn't jeopardize the plan like that. And why the fuck would Jamie be so stupid to tell somebody who's questioning the police presence because apparently nobody else is?
You're an idiot!
This is the kind of logic you can expect going forward, but I will admit the acting is pretty good. We know it's Cooper, but he really does sound convincing.
Don't rat me out. I won't. It's a trap. Wow. Here? Come see me for that t-shirt. For sure, Jamie.
However, his plan to scope out the exit with his daughter without any real good excuse, and then just go back, doesn't make as much sense. I guess we're supposed to believe she's just stupid. And speaking of stupid, when fellow pop star Parker Wayne comes out of the floor, Cooper advises they go down there and see where it leads. What exactly the plan is, I don't know. This is kind of where the whole Shyamalan writing mindset comes in. I don't get why this bit's here.
We should climb down and see where it leads. It looks really cool.
What?
He then goes to see vendor Fuckup, manages to steal his ID card, and even learns the passphrase that will identify him as an employee. How does he get it?
I mean, your fire department, Cooper. You're on our side.
He tells him because he's with the fire department?
This is insanity!
As David Cage would write his characters to be somebody who could do no wrong, or just despicable, M. Night Shyamalan has made everybody but Cooper a fucking moron. It's like, you know there's a maniac on the loose, and you hand out your passphrase to someone who's questioning the police. This allows him to get himself a police radio to know what's going on, and I probably should mention this character, the mother of Riley's friend who kind of cut her off. None of them have any reason to be in the movie, at all, but she says this stuff.
Don't mess with me, Cooper. I'm not someone to be provoked. I have a dark side. You don't want to see it. Okay. Don't patronize me, Cooper.
Not explained, it's a definition of a pointless Shyamalan character, but despite being real intelligent, he considers pulling the fire alarm because they wouldn't have thought of that, but he just so happens to hear that they did think of that, like, just in time. So he devises a new plan to blow up the kitchen. You know you got plenty of time to move. Yeah, you deserve that. If you haven't noticed by now, the cops are real stupid in this. You would think they'd know this wasn't an accident and look for somebody leaving the scene, but no. The only point of this is to get on the roof, which is kind of irrelevant. He finds out who's running it, but who cares? And just when you thought things couldn't get any more Shyamalan, he finds out one lucky girl gets to join Lady Raven and then go backstage. And by more Shyamalan, I meant that literally, as he plays Lady Raven's uncle.
She just recovered from having leukemia. Oh no, it's okay now. It's just tough road for that little one.
So, just to clarify what's happening here, because of her sad story, she's going to be choosing to go on stage and then go backstage, despite the fact that it's the only way out, and making up a sad story to go backstage is something an elusive killer might do. Look, fact is, I still don't hate this movie. Maybe it's the great lead acting, the setting, the fact that you still don't know what's gonna happen. I can't deny I've enjoyed it up until this point, but it's about to lose me. So before that, you can hit the like button and subscribe down below. You know, in case you do like this movie, because then you won't like what's coming next. The plan works, but after realizing that the exit is still blocked, granted it does make my previous complaint a bit less warranted, but what happens next is really fucking stupid. He reveals to Raven who he is, it shows him the guy he has locked in a basement, and if she doesn't personally escort them out of there, he will die.
Save him. Catch me. Save him. Catch me.
You know, it's bad enough they let somebody backstage, period, but you're telling me that a pop star can say, yeah, the butcher, don't worry, I know this guy, I met him a second ago, and it's cool.
Just when I thought they couldn't get any stupider.
I don't even know what to say. The idea behind this movie is good, but the logic is just non-existent. This somehow works, but Lady Raven isn't giving up so easily, and devises a plan of her own. This brings us to the cat and mouse portion of the movie, and this is when it completely loses me. She says she wants to see their house and play the piano, I guess, in which she steals Cooper's phone, locks herself in the bathroom, and stages a rescue via livestream.
You're talking nonsense.
So, is this actually how Shyamalan thinks things work? Is this practical to him? Did anyone even think to say to him, you know what? That's fucking stupid. But again, it works, the captive is freed, truly a selfless pop star right here. Like that would happen. And from this point on, most of it is just to hit the desired runtime. She does the whole pretend to be his mother cliche and escapes. Then Cooper escapes too, she's recaptured, escapes again, Cooper escapes again by changing clothes, and we finally get the big real twist of the movie. It was Rachel, Cooper's wife, who set the whole thing up.
How's that?
So, in theory, that is a good twist, especially because we didn't think there would be a twist. The reason she gives for figuring this out isn't the most convincing thing, but why would it be? The problem is, knowing he's the butcher, is this really the best way to go about it? I mean, you're leaving your daughter alone with a maniac in an environment when bad things might happen. Not the finest idea. However, it is still a good scene, because he's gonna kill her and then kill himself, and it's not the same kind of murder as before. This time he's enraged that he'll never see his kids grow up, and you really feel that.
This is pure anger. I feel out of control. Get to see them grow up. And that's overwhelming me.
It's an undeniably great performance, and Josh Hartnett is the best thing about this movie. But in another move of extreme stupidity, he agrees to have Riley's celebration buy first, which has been drugged. That was blatantly obvious. He hallucinates about his mom, gets tased repeatedly, and I'd like to say the dumb bullshit is through, but I can't. Despite everything that's happened in this movie, escaping multiple times, they let him touch the bike that's fallen over, clearly not watching that good, and then they let him talk to Riley. He was gonna kill Rachel, how do you know he won't do the same here? To all of you inspiring psychopaths out there, you probably won't get away with this. Also, twist ending, he pulled the spoke off the bike. Really should have watched better. Honestly, I do kind of like this ending despite the stupidity, and I do truly love this mid-credit scene.
Here is a picture of him at a local event.
I helped him! I helped him! I ain't talking to nobody! Nobody! Khadijah!
As for the movie, I probably could have loved it, but no. Unfortunately, what could have been a great, maybe even one of the best Shyamalan movies, is too intent on being a Shyamalan movie. I kind of put it into two sections, the first being the show, easily the best part. It's tense, does keep you guessing, and has some truly good moments, but the lack of basic logic is going to be an issue no matter how you look at it, and the police themselves just don't have any common sense in this movie. It's laughably stupid, and when they eventually leave the show, it just stops being fun completely. It goes on for way too long, the stupid writing is continued, the ending is okay, and like I said, the acting is real damn good. Josh Hartnett completely nails it, but for everything good, there's an equal amount of what the fuck were you thinking? I don't want this to be completely negative, and I can still kind of recommend the movie, but that's going to be based on what exactly you value. If it's storytelling and logic, then that might be an issue, but if you can look past that and enjoy the suspense and atmosphere this movie does succeed at, then maybe you can find something to like here. It's going to come down to your personal taste, but if anything, it's definitely a Shyamalan movie. I'm the analyst, and remember kids, pop stars cannot violate police guidelines. And they're probably not gonna stage a rescue either. Via live stream. So, you've made it to the end. That's an impressive feat indeed. Since you managed that, I guess check out the gaming channel, in which I cover a variety of gaming topics, like analysis videos, such as this one. If you're into that, then press the link in the description. It's that simple.